Alright, so here we are at the final level of Watchmen The End Is Nigh. You may notice the screen is black. That is because I'm telling you something before the actual video starts. I'm going to let you experience the 2-minute chase sequence before the boss fight starts proper without any commentary. This is because my commentary tends to make situations that are otherwise atmospheric or otherwise dull, or less atmospheric. So, just going to let you experience this 2-minute chase sequence by itself and let you decide how you feel about it.
Let's see if you two can keep up in those fancy dress outfits.
Grab Underboss. Don't let him get away.
Wow. Underboss moves deceptively well for a man of his size.
Prison taught Underboss to play hard to get.
I don't care what anybody says. This guy's just
Calling for backup, huh? Can't say we expected a fair fight from you.
Focus on Underboss. Mustn't get away.
I'm out of here, morons. Ha ha! Done wasting my time with Jews. End of the line. Execute the fucking hell now! I'm gonna bash your goddamn way. This is easy. Better watch your step, pussies.
gonna bleed you out nice and slow, motherfucker.
Ah! With any luck, you guys will break your necks and say
Never compromise.
This is nice.
Take that rubber-suited pervert out, boys! My sweet old granny runs faster than you punks. Ha ha!
Can't run forever.
This guy's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Better watch your step. I'd hate for you to fall. Would someone please just execute these motherfuckers?
Alright, cool. Now it's time for the part of the level where we hit stuff. So the thing about the goons in this particular level is that they take far fewer hits than any other enemy in the game. This is presumably because they didn't want you to get too distracted from the intensity of chasing down Underboss, so the goons are noticeably weaker to keep the pace moving quickly. There are many other things they could have done to keep the pace moving quickly besides give the enemies fewer hits, but this is one of many things they could have done, and I appreciate it. So after we climb this ladder, we have to start the boss fight itself against Underboss, and I've been trying really hard to put this off because I don't want to talk about it. But Underboss's design goes against everything you were taught in the rest of the game. In the rest of the game, you're taught that if you use a combo successfully on an enemy, they will be unable to strike back. And it's beneficial to use longer combos and always keep an eye out for enemies on your back. See, but the thing with Underboss is that after you get a certain number of hits in, he just fucking decks you. And there's no telegraphing for that either. He just, he just like swings at you at light speed and knocks your ass over. So it's more about memorizing when he's gonna knock your ass over than using any knowledge you obtained previously in the game. So Underboss kind of goes against the conventions of the game itself. The longest combos you have are no longer useful. You basically might as well just settle for whatever combo you have that's 4 to 5 hits and be prepared to block at any second. You can't counterattack, excuse me, you can't counterattack Underboss either. There are some situations where you can get in a lot of good hits if he's just fucking around. Like right here.
Try and take out Underboss. Don't worry about the rest of it.
See, that was pretty good. But that was pretty much all luck. It's not that this boss fight would be bad in a game where you were taught about how to deal with this sort of thing previously in the game, but they spent the whole game teaching you a set of skills that are no longer important. You need to be so much less aggressive while fighting Underboss than anyone else, and any sort of sense of rhythm you've had when fighting previous enemies just goes out the window. You need to figure out when he's going to strike and when you need to block, and just memorize that. And keep in mind that his pattern will occasionally change.
Call the strippers, because it's time for some pole dancing.
Drop weapons, Underboss. Fight like a man.
Yeah.
You're grasping at straws, Underboss. Why don't you give it up?
I'm not falling for that.
Technique sloppy. Weapon won't help.
That ain't gonna happen. You smelled something burning.
Whoa! Look out for the flamethrower.
Gotta stay away from flames.
Gotta get Underboss to come to us. Try to get him off balance. Maybe try to throw some henchmen at Underboss.
Dregs of society. Can't be reasoned with.
Never mind the other guys. Take down Underboss first.
Hired help. Minor annoyance at best.
Stay now. Miss me, you fool. Think again, punk. You ain't never gonna leave me.
Need immediate assistance.
Stay now. Like that. You're tired of picking up your mama. Try that again. I did.
This'll take some
That's the
teamwork.
best you can do. The next spots on your fucking face are gonna be bloodstains. How's that cape working for you now?
Henchman easily dispatched. Your time is coming, Underboss.
Is that the best you could do? Try, Ron.
Tactical advantage lost. Need help now.
I kill you, hero?
Give it up, Underboss. The Sing Sing flag football team is missing its tight end.
Stay now. You guys got this all wrong. Let's see how high you is. We got unfinished business from last time, Powell. That mask cover of face only a mother could like. That ain't gonna happen.
Risk becoming unacceptable. Need backup.
You ready to do it?
We've got you cornered, villain. Time to give it up.
Not so fast. You think that costume scares me? I've had an easier time picking up your mama. Stay down. Think again, punk. You ain't never gonna live.
This'll take some teamwork.
Sit down, man. That fancy karate ain't gonna work on me, Charlie Chan. I've had an easier time picking up your mama. I told you they ain't made a prison that can hold me. That's gonna happen.
Could use a hand here, Night Owl.
Let's go, big man. You've got a lot to answer for.
I'm telling you, you got the wrong guy. The person you should be looking for is... Oh.
Amateurs.
See anything?
Nothing. Whoever took out Underboss is long gone.
Why didn't he fire on us? We were wide open.
Obvious. We weren't his targets. Whatever just happened here, we've been played. Played hard. Rorschach's Journal, November 8th, 1972. 3 innocent men dead. What's left of those 2 scumbags is still breathing. Tricky Dick is back in White House, and world is once again safe for democracy. But for how long? How long until day dawns when good men like Night Owl and I will not be there to do what's right, to turn tide? How long until darkness finally wins?
Okay, Kaz, I'm going up ahead to get Mother Russia. You make sure Chris D'Amico doesn't get away.
Hit girl. Be careful with that Russian giant. Seriously.
Meh. I've faced worse things.
No, you haven't. Not like that monster. She's Zangief with tits and an eye patch.
Trust me, Powder Puff.
So yeah, that final boss in Watchmen, kind of a clusterfuck. It's not even like I was playing the boss as well as you could. You could definitely do a much better job fighting that boss than I did, absolutely. In fact, if you gave yourself enough time to practice, you could probably beat Underboss without even getting hit. But that's not the issue. The issue is that I just played 2 hours of a completely different game. And I don't mean a different game in the literal sense. I mean Watchmen up until that final boss was a completely different game. All of the skills and techniques I learned were completely useless in that final confrontation. And I feel like it would have been dishonest if I spent like an hour memorizing Underboss's different forms and patterns and attacks. Because, you know, you saw me playing the rest of Watchmen. You know I'm good at Watchmen The End is Nigh. I'm very good at it. But being good at Watchmen The End is Nigh doesn't mean anything for the final boss battle. It doesn't matter. And that most certainly was not my first rodeo with the game. I've played the game a lot. I've played it at least 5 times. I've played it all the way through at least 5 times, is what I was trying to say. Not 5 times in total. And I still never get used to this sudden shift in game design. It's just so bizarre. Kind of makes the game end on a note that you really don't want it to. Probably left a lot of reviewers and consumers frustrated with the game, which sucks, because the game, on the whole, very good. very good game on the whole. It's not so much that final level. Anyway, I feel like I've said the obligatory amount about the less than stellar game design in the final confrontation of Watchmen, so I'm never going to talk about Underboss again. This is the final level of Kick-Ass 2. It's pretty much the same as all the other levels, predictably, and reuses a lot of scenery, predictably. But the final confrontation, not the final boss, mind you, but the final confrontation of normal enemies is actually quite good. And that final confrontation by itself could probably be used to sell the game as a proof of concept or as a demo. Be a very short demo, but it would leave people with a very good impression.
He's got a fucking hideout. What a fucking lunatic.
Didn't you guys have a headquarters?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Shit, but we did it first.
Great argument.
Mercifully, this final chapter is very, very short. Were all the chapters in the game this short, the game would be much better. It helps that the final confrontation, which we'll see as soon as we enter this warehouse, is probably when the game design is at its highest, when everything just clicks and comes together absolutely the best it possibly could. Also, back a long time ago, when I made my game analysis video for Kick-Ass 2, I denied the possibility that I would ever Let's Play Kick-Ass 2. And I believe someone in my comments, I think their name was Alexi, who I know very vaguely, asked for me to Let's Play Kick-Ass 2. It is unlikely that they even know I started Let's Playing Kick-Ass 2, or any such thing, but, you know, on the off chance that they do know that I'm Let's Playing it and are watching right now, I hope you're satisfied. I thought there was no possible way to make an informative Let's Play of a game like this, but inspiration struck me, and I decided to compare it with Watchmen, which is probably the only way I could have made an informative Let's Play of this game work. But I did it, so I hope you feel good. Also, I hope everyone else feels good about it too, because you're watching right now.
Are you alright?
She's good, but she depends on her weapons too much. What happens when someone takes away her toys?
Come on, Hit Girl! Answer me!
You were right. That bitch is made of steel.
We're gonna beat that ugly face of yours until you no longer look like Rod Stewart, you fucking bitch.
Sickle!
Ouch!
I'm a former Spetsnaz, the old KGB. I'm trained in Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, Savate, and Krav Maga. Do you really think you have a chance against me?
There's always a last resort.
You think you can kill me? With a little needle?
That's not what it's for.
Alright, here we are, the final confrontation I was referring to, without a doubt, the single best part of the game, where all of the enemy types, all of the weapon types, and all of the mechanics come together to actually make something fun, remarkable, interesting. The small arena you fight in is large enough for you to evade all the enemy attacks adequately, but too small for you to run away from the fight. The enemy types are as varied as possible. Every enemy type from the game is in here, and nearly every weapon type from the game is in here. The enemies seem to attack a lot more frequently than before. That may just be because there's more of them than previously. And it genuinely feels fun and tense, and I won't lie, I activated tryhard mode when I started this fight because I wanted to give you a good impression of this fight, because this is the game at its best. This is what the game looks like when it's good. And it's fun and well designed. This fight brings together all the design from the game in one package. And, you know, it shows that the people behind this game, they understood game design to a certain degree. And something just went wrong. But if nothing else, the developers of Kick-Ass 2 Freedom Factory should be very proud of this final confrontation. I mean, it's not the final boss, but it's the best thing the game has to offer.
The motherfucker has a shark in here. A fucking shark.
He has definitely lost his marbles.
What the fuck does he intend to do? Drop us and hang us head first over the shark?
Maybe he wants to put a laser on it like Dr. Evil. Fucking maniac.
You're a fucking wuss, Kick-Ass. Where's the fun in wearing a mask if you can't do whatever you feel like?
We want to do good.
No. People want to win the lottery. People want to fuck Scarlett Johansson. Nobody wants to risk their life for some moron who went for a stroll in the projects.
I do.
Okay, you win the Asshole Award.
Ah! I'm over
I hate you! I hate you!
Yeah! Yeah!
Die, you bastard!
Yeah! Take that, scumbag! Punk! Come here, you fucking jerk!
Dave! Dave, wait! Dave! I'm sorry, man! I'm gonna spend the rest of my life making this right! I promise!
We did it, man. He'd be proud of you. Of all of us. One last time, for the Colonel.
Justice forever!
That's how it ended. Mindy left New York. She said she couldn't put Marcus in that position. When she left, I understood where my life was going. I understood that superheroes can't exist in the real world because the real world needs real heroes. And not just some punk in a wetsuit playing dress up, but a genuine badass who can really kick ass.